Hey, Corey Mano, how you doing? True Drum Reviews. Hi. Glad you're all here. Oh, you have a race this morning? Okay. Oh, shit. Just to let you know, Corey Mano, we didn't get those batteries yet. Yeah. I thought we were going to get them on Friday, but you know, so Canada Mail is, Canada Post. I didn't get them yet. They said on the tracking it's supposed to be delivered on the 28th, and we're the first today, so. What's for breakfast? I had a peanut butter and toast this morning, which I'm not supposed to, but I did. Peanut butter and toast and banana. You know, smoking a coffee. I don't think it's an issue. It's just them. I did open a case, but okay. Well, I don't think that's the cause, though. Because they said the package is in Ottawa. That's the last time I seen it posted was in Ottawa. Your $99 Bebop flew great. Cool. We'll have to check out your video, Brian. Oh, okay. It started in Ottawa. Okay. That's weird. That's weird. Hey, Mike. Mike B, how you doing? Yeah, I know something's not right. You know, don't have to go across a border or nothing. I mean, like the hell, what the hell is going on? Okay there, Corey Mano. No problem. Have a good race. James Ward, good morning. Not bad, not bad. At least it's sunny out. Barely no wind. Doing good. Hey, Chris Hope. Well, thank you very much for stopping in there, Chris Hope. Much appreciated. Uh, everybody at everybody's channel, make sure you guys still support it because you know YouTube what they're doing lately. So hey, drone pool. Okay, there, drone pool. No problem. I just sent it just in case. Well, you be safe at work today, my friend. The Ward House, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good there. Sorry if I missed those messages there because I was sending out links to people. The Ward House, yes, yes. You're up early. Come to think about it, or it's Ashley or it's Russell. Might be Ashley. Okay, there, Russell. There we go. Oh, you crashed a tire on 99 yesterday, broken arm. Oh, sorry to hear that, Drumpo. That's a good one, Russell. Yeah, yeah. Well done. I went to bed last night and the farmer was plowing his field here. It's just the same. It was when I went to bed around 11:30 this morning, last night. I got up at 6 o'clock and he was still plowing his field and he's still there now. So I don't know if he went home or not, but he's been at it since yesterday. Yeah, he started around 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Hey, Geek Savannah, how you doing? Okay, Mike, you take care now. Thank you for coming in and supporting the channel. Okay. Hey, Roterdale, how you doing this morning? Okay. Russell, did you get the link? Oh, hold on, I gotta bring my dog in. Right back. Susanna, about how you doing? So, guys, Sunday mornings, this Sunday coming, it's going to be FPV Sunday. I'm changing the days for that because I had it for Friday mornings, but now I'm going to put it for Sunday mornings only. Yeah, so it's going to be Sunday morning FPV Sundays. Port Clinton, Duck, how you doing? Because Fridays, a lot of people work in the morning and they can't get on here. So Sunday's a lot better for the people who don't work. Doing good there, Port Clinton. I got my front door open. That's a good sign. Shows it's nice weather out. Yesterday it was closed all day with all my windows. It was so cold. My front door is open. My side window's open. I'm happy. So, everybody check out True Drone Reviews channel. If you don't have them, please support them. Drone Pool, the Ward House, Geek Savannah. Hey, Brent, how you doing? Oh, we're far away from getting our sunburns here. Port Clinton, yeah. Far away from that. Ooh, an early riser.
Yeah.
What time is it down there?
Just past 6.
Dang.
Yeah. This is dedication, Roger. I set my everything.
Well, your wife's gone shopping for garage sales.
No. It's even worse than that. She's having one here.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm staying away. I don't care if I have to hide underneath the shed outside. I'm staying away.
Got some strange feedback from your mic.
Are you?
Yeah.
Weird. How about now?
Oh, good. That's good. Stop.
It was leaned against my my LCD TV screen, and for some reason, if it touches that, I don't know, it picks up alien signals.
TV screen? because you got magnets in there. So
yeah.
that's
Well, it's. I think it's the aliens, to be honest.
Brent, I was doing good here, having coffee with you, and then heading out to get a tractor for the tire fix. Yeah, man, this farmer's dedicated. The one that owns the property in front of my place, he just bought the whole land there.
Oh yeah.
He turned the earth over before winter. He plowed it, and he started 2 days ago plowing it again, and it was all muddy and everything was having problems. And
Really?
he got on that at, I think, 9 o'clock yesterday morning, and he went through all the freaking night, and he's still on it now.
Jeez.
And it came up beautiful. It's really nice now.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that usually takes either way more dedication than you should have for anything, or like something you have to inject into yourself to do.
I know. I understand that this guy, he just bought that land, and it's still been plowed for doing what he wants to do.
Oh.
It's always been used for haying that property.
Yeah.
So that's why it's taking him a long time. Yeah, it starts tomorrow. Port Clinton starts tomorrow morning. FPV Sundays. Yeah. That's new what we're going to start. It's Friday morning. Too many people work in the morning on Friday mornings. So we do it on Sunday morning. And it starts tomorrow. After that's going to be every Sunday.
Yeah. Ashley came on yesterday, I guess.
Yeah.
And she was like, they only talked about drones yesterday. I was like, well, yeah. Did you read the title? Don't get smart with me, Ross.
Saturday's going to be like DJI products and what's coming up and the new things with Bill and other people. Where has news.
Sounds good.
It'll be a full-on chat on Monday, Tuesday. I got to find titles for the other days now. What we're going to do on those days.
Taco Tuesday.
Taco. Not here.
All about Kim Mondays.
Yeah, that's it. There you go.
You should have a day. You should have a day. That would be a good day, actually, to make, because everybody's always, oh, where's Kim? Where's Kim? Where's Kim? Where's Kim?
Yeah.
Make a day where he gets to sit in the chair or whatever next to you for at least most of the one or whatever, and then everybody, you can tell him, well, quit asking. It's going to happen on Wednesday or whatever.
Well, he's on the FPV days.
Oh, okay. He was on yesterday.
Yeah, all for FPVing. Yeah. Sleeping Bear, how you doing?
So, did he tell you what happened to our house?
Your house? No.
Yeah. Our house got struck by lightning.
Oh crap!
Yeah. So, and today or last night it got a little worse. So our house got struck by lightning. It tripped a bunch of breakers, tripped a bunch of GFIs and everything. And I thought that was the end of it. But then we had some thunderstorms last night, and we lost power again for about just like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it came back on, but now the breaker that controls my daughter's bedroom and my son's bedroom, it won't quit tripping. Like you turn one light on in either of their rooms, and it just trips.
Yeah.
So
the circuit board, see your wire's not melted?
No, the wire's not melted, but the breaker is bad.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, the breaker is bad because it did its job. It absorbed, millions of volts of electricity.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so our house got struck. Our house only got an arc of the main bolt. A couple houses down got the main bolt, and those vents that come out of your attic, keep your attic, their vent from their attic got disintegrated.
Oh,
it just instantly blew up and melted all the metal right away.
Dang, lucky you didn't get your houses on fire too.
Correct. Yeah. Well, and I'm going to take my drone up and go and look at my roof to make sure there's no burnt shingles, because I guess what I was told is those burnt shingles, they might as well be sand. They'll just let water go right through them. And then I'm going to inspect because 3 of our houses got hit. And I'm going to inspect my house and the other 2 people's houses for them and let everybody know, hey, look, here's this and this and this needs to be fixed. That one house is definitely going to need some work done. Yeah, because I mean, there's a couple lights that they turn on, and their lights will come on, but they smell electrical the moment they turn them on.
Okay.
So they're going to have an electrician come in, all kinds of stuff.
Hey, Nunya, how you doing this morning? Yeah, but you're covered by your insurance, aren't you, for that?
We would be, but if it's only just one breaker, it's like $30.
Okay.
Because it is one of those expensive arc fault breakers.
Okay.
But it's only going to be like $30, and our deductible is $500. So that's kind of I'm not going to turn it into insurance.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All that would happen is they would say, okay, well, your deductible is $500, so pay everything, and we're going to raise your rates because you talked to us.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
You get
that. Sleeping Bear says, wow, it's weak. The breaker is weak.
Yes, the breaker is weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to replace. I mean, my dad does it without turning the main breaker off, and I told him I'm not going to live that dangerously.
Yeah.
But but I mean, it's literally just pull the panel off, turn the main breaker off, unscrew the hot, and then you pop it out, kind of, and then you pop the new one in, screw the hot back in, turn your main breaker on, and hope that make sure you have a fire extinguisher there.
Yeah.
And before you change anything, you have to spray your feet down with water and then make sure you wash them.
Yeah, right.
Don't do that, anybody, please.
Amen. Yeah, you're doing good today. Yeah. Who was it? One of my friends, his house got hit, and it hit his clothesline. And man, it caught half of the house on fire.
Oh wow!
That clothesline was stuck to the house on a wooden beam. That wooden beam caught on fire. Nobody was home. He was gone to work.
Oh.
But they knew it got hit by lightning because of the way it was done.
Yeah. Yeah, I can call the electric company Sleeping Bear, but it's one of the secondary breakers. So if I turn the main breaker off, there's no power to it whatsoever. So I'm not worried. I mean, I just have to make sure I don't hit the 2 parts of the main breaker, like throw a screwdriver across the 2 or something like that. That would be dumb, but I work with electrical enough at work. I think I'm careful enough to not do that.
Have a fire extinguisher and defibrillator nearby. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, actually, the fire extinguisher technically is actually a bad idea if it's an electrical fire, because I don't know if fire extinguisher
powder, you're okay.
Is it the powder? I don't think it is the powder stuff.
Okay.
I just have the cool foamy stuff.
Well, I don't know about that one, but I know the powder, you're okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Lewis, how you doing?
So maybe what I'll do is I'll take the foamy stuff and I'll spray Ashley with it, and then I'll go buy a powder one.
Okay. Lewis B. Floyd says, so I'm on the bus with 20 kids and another bus with about another 20 more, and then an equipment bus behind that on our way to March. Yay. Yeah, you were saying that last night, Lewis.
Hey, Lewis, the school year is almost over.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. Crawley.
What's up, Sean? How are you doing, Sean?
I know my son needs to do a good clear out, do a good, what do you call that, garage sale, because crap, he's got so much crap in my garage here. It's all kids' toys.
See, I would rather take it all to Goodwill.
Yeah, that's, I'm telling him, why are you keeping this here? Well, when the granddaughter comes up, hey, I says, look, you come here about once every 3 months, 4 months.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I would, if it doesn't get used semi often, I like to
yeah,
throw things away,
yeah,
or give them to Goodwill, because somebody
yeah.
else will put it to good use. But
Going to be a long month, Lewis. Okay. Well, anyway, so he's supposed to come down today and help me take apart my carport, take that down, and
what are you guys
so,
taking it down for?
because here by law you're not allowed to have it up all summer because
Oh,
they'll consider it as a building and then you'll be taxed on it.
oh,
And
for Christ's sake.
if you didn't take it down by May 5th, I can get a fine, and I'm already behind. So
No, that's dumb.
yeah, but I had crappy weather all freaking month. Man, it was raining
Yeah.
all the time. Can't take
So
that down in the rain and put it away wet, you know?
yeah, so what do? You take it down and put it back up like 2 days later?
No, took it down. I put it back up in October.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so you just don't have it up during the summer.
No, I just got the frame up. That's it.
So you know what you need to do is you need to put it together in a different way so that Kim has some cool FPV flying thing or something.
Oh, he will. He'll fly through the bars and everything.
Yeah.
Now, if I would have had the carport in back of my house where nobody could see it from the road, it'd be okay. I could leave it up all summer, you know.
Yeah, but they might get drones for the enforcement agencies now.
Yeah. But if I put it in back of my house, it cuts out the view of the windows for us looking out in the back. I could put a lot of stuff in there. I could put the tractor in there, put everything in there. I could clean up the garage, you know. I have a place in the garage to do something.
How much do they tax you if you have it up?
I think it's almost $200 more a year.
Oh,
But it's not my property.
but that's how much of the value of the actual carport? Like a fifth of it each year?
The carport costs us $400.
So yeah, that's just dumb. That's taxes shouldn't be
Yeah,
double or half of what you paid for the darn thing.
yeah, I know. Well,
Maybe 2%.
uh,
If it was 2%, you'd probably just pay it because that'd be
yeah,
what,
yeah.
$8?
I give it to my landlord here. Pay for it, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
But they just because they don't want people to start put them all over because they're considering that as another building if we leave it up.
Yeah, because it's over
so
many square meters or whatever.
Yeah. Radar FPV. Good morning.
I should say hi in chat so people can see who I am. All right, there. I just said hello to everybody.
Yeah. Are you a cat?
Yeah, it's not my cat. She just lives here. There.
Hey, good morning, Beyond Trees.
There's the cat, everybody. See?
Okay.
See how much we love each other? She's already nervous. Yes, she's one of those cats that she wants attention, but the moment you give it to her, she's like walking away.
Yeah.
But she'll scream and scream and scream until you give it to her.
Wouldn't survive long here.
Wow. I keep every now and then when I'm feeling like pushing the limits a little bit, I'm like, all right, cat, we're gonna take a long drive. And that's when Ashley is like, no, you're not.
Hey, Washington County News, how you doing?
Kim. I hope Ashley's not watching. She might be. You might be in trouble, Kim. How are you doing, by the way, Kim? Good morning, good sir.
Hellspawn, how you doing? Good morning. To all the FPVers in the chat this morning, FPV Sunday tomorrow morning. It's not going to be on Fridays no more, guys. It's going to be on Sunday mornings. So more people can come in because a lot of people are working on Friday mornings. So I decided to do that.
Well,
Yeah,
Kim,
it's when I got up and saw that tractor guy still in the yard, still in his ground there. I said, my God, he went through the night, I'm sure of it.
maybe that's what made Kim not sleep very well.
Yeah.
Either that or it's all those darn video games.
Oh, you can talk FPV this morning too if you want, Raider FPV. There's no problem.
Yeah, I think Raider, what it is you can talk FPV, you can talk cinematic drones pretty much every day on here.
Yeah,
it's just Roger has certain days that he wants to make sure that we don't get off on tangents, and so it's kind of a warning to. I'm going to say it's Val and Paul's fault. No, but it's a warning to all of us who come on here and start talking about chasing dogs down the road with cars or something. Yeah. Who knows, and making that the primary subject. But you can always talk drones, and if you can get everybody to talk drones for a long, long time on any other day, you're my hero. Sean, what's Sunday? Sunday is somewhere in between Monday and Saturday. Wow, I had to think about that for a second.
Monday. Yeah.
Saturday and Monday, not Monday and Saturday. Good Lord.
Guys, I gotta go make another coffee.
Go ahead. Yep.
I only have one so far.
I'll put on my Val hair and start dancing for everybody.
I'll bring it back.
All right. Yeah, and Raider, I am getting very close. And all you guys, I'm getting very close. I think I'm going to order my Mob 7 here soon and get my first acro drone. I know it's kind of a smaller one, and it's really a little bit too big for inside and not quite. Am I right in saying it's not quite big enough for outdoors? Like, it's not a 5-inch, is it? Somebody help me. Sean, I'm not an imposter. I look just like her when I put that hair on. I don't know if that's bad for her, but it's probably more bad for her. So, Raider, is the Mob 7, is it a 5-inch or is it smaller than that? I'm trying to figure out. Or is it a 3-inch? Oh, it's a whoop? See, I don't even know what it is, and I'm trying to order the thing. Maybe I should do a little more research, I guess. It's smaller? Okay. Well, that's what I think I'm going to start out with. You can fly it indoors, Clinton. What I was told by everybody is it's pretty high powered for flying indoors, and so I might mess something up or whatever. That's all right, though. Now, guys, tell me this. If I fly it outside and let's say there's like a 5 to 7 mile an hour wind, is it going to be able to handle that 5 to 7 mile an hour wind, or am I better waiting? You think I should start with a 5-inch there, Sean? Maybe I'll take your advice there, Sean. It won't do well outside in 5 to 7. Okay, well, because we have 5 to 7 mile an hour winds all the time outside, and I really want a drone that I can fly outside. Inside would be a bonus, but I would rather be able to fly outside with it. So, okay, well, I'll have to keep looking, I guess. Then, he heard me talking about him, and now he's on.
Somebody told Roger. Roger sent me a text, told me I better get over here and defend myself. What did he mean?
Oh, I was telling everybody that you try to keep everybody in line, and Val comes in here and changes the subjects often. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's never me though. That's for sure. It's never me.
Well, that's what I couldn't understand, because I knew you were on here because I had cruised through and while I was doing some other things, and I says, "Well, I know Russell wouldn't be talking bad about me. Not my buddy Russell."
No, of course not. Not me. I didn't say, like, I heard the words that somebody came in here and said that looks like me. But and what they said is if we get off subject, it's usually Paul and Val's fault. But that wasn't me though. I quickly defended you.
Oh, thank you very much, because that's always the case, as you know, that that Val is the one that usually directs the traffic, and so the traffic ends up flowing in whatever direction that she waves everybody on,
Morning.
What's up, man?
Good morning, Roger. Thanks for the notice to get in here. That in order to straighten out the fact that it's not my fault, because I'm angelic, So.
Yeah, and thanks for tattling on me, Paul or Roger. I mean, he wasn't tattling on me because I wasn't the one saying it, of course.
Yeah. Roger, I know Roger always has my back. That's for sure.
Yeah. Rodney Bell, how you doing this morning? Medic Magic, good morning. Mr. Cully, John DiNardo, hey, how you doing, John?
Hey, John. See, now what I think it was, Paul, I think what it is Roger muted me, so my mouth was moving and it looked like I was saying it, but it was Kim in the background who was saying it. That's what I meant.
I see. I get a picture. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. So, how you this morning there, Paul?
I'm doing good. I'm tracking a few more ships. They're downbound. In fact, I'm going to look real quick right here. And the reason I'm kind of hot to track them is it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row, and they'll probably be here in about an hour or so. But what they are, out of the 6, 3 of them are salties, the real colorful ones that we only see periodically.
Cool.
So it's
one of these days, one of those ship captains needs to see your videos, Paul, and allow you to get on one of the ships and tour it while you're in port. Wouldn't that be cool?
Well, what they do is, I'm sure that I probably could, because usually most of the shipping companies I have a good rapport with, they use my videos for their own promotion and everything else. And I've said, yeah, go ahead and use it. I don't have a problem. They send me calendars and hats and all kinds of things. And they sent the Interlake Steamship Company, which has the big boats that are kind of got the red hull and white, and you never see much of a scratch on them because they keep them up, maintain them perfectly. Sent me a really expensive winter coat, all-weather winter coat with monogrammed everything, Interlake Steamship Company on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you got to go and do a tour of one of those boats, tour the boat and put that on a video, and then also do B-roll of your normal video that you do. That would be awesome.
Well, what they call those kinds of people are boat nerds. The boat nerds are the ones that want to go into the engine room and go through the whole ship and everything like that. And they can tell you every bolt, everything that is in that ship, they'll tell you. And they're really good at it. And some of those guys do go on board. So that is out there. There is a section of those kinds of people that do that.
Yes, but you would go in there and you would be Paul Murray. So you would go in there, and instead of talking about this bolt they use because of this and that and that,
I would, Russell, but Mia doesn't like the water.
Oh.
And so she goes with me everywhere. When I'm flying those ships, Russell, Mia's sitting in the passenger seat of my Tahoe watching me. She doesn't bark. She doesn't carry on. In fact, I get a lot of people that know me down there, and they'll come by and they'll say hello to Mia. And sometimes they'll reach through the window and pet her, and she's just so calm. And she's just like, I tell everybody, that's my co-pilot. She's there ready to take over if anything happens. So
my dog, on the other hand, if I turn my drone on outside and she's upstairs sleeping and she hears that DJI little ping while it turns on, she's just up and ready to fight. She hates drones. But
now, in fact, if Mia's out in the backyard, I've got a patio area. And if she's like laying down like 6 feet away from where I'm going to take off, I can fire it up and take off. And she just kind of turns her head, looks at it, and then goes back to sleeping. He doesn't.
In my neighborhood, none of the other dogs have a problem with drones except for the person who owns the drone. Their dog is the one that has the problem.
Well, maybe what your dog's telling you is, Russell, is they want to have their own drone to fly.
Yeah.
Oh, what I should do is I should give her like one of my drones that doesn't really work very much anymore and just let her have the thing. But see, what you got to do, Paul, this is what you got to do. You got to tell Mia, hey, I'm going to buy you a really nice bone and you get to stay home today. And then you go and you tour this ship. And instead of being like, oh, this bolt does this and that and this and this, you say, hey, guys, look, this is a hallway. Isn't that a cool hallway? And then you pull out very cool Paul Murray jokes with the captain and stuff like that. And then
Mia, what do you think about that? She's shaking her head, Russell. I rescued her, or should I say she rescued me, Russell, about 2 years ago. And she was severely abused. She had a cut all the way from here all the way down to her jaw and another one on her muzzle over here. And one of the things is that she suffers from severe separation anxiety if I go anywhere. In fact, if I have to go someplace that she can't go with me, I have to get a babysitter for her.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's the same thing here. Same thing with our
Roxy?
Yeah. Well, we left. Kim and I left one day and came back. There was blood all over the house. So it was her. She ripped her whole face apart.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And
sad.
That's separation anxiety. So now we can't leave her alone. No time at all.
No,
we're not married.
That's why he's not married.
Yeah, Mia goes with me. If I go to get a haircut, she goes to the barbershop, and she'll lay down, and I'll get a haircut. And if somebody comes in, you know how you have the chairs in the barbershop, people come in and sit down and wait their turn.
Yeah.
She'll slowly get up and she'll walk over and let them pet her for a minute. Somebody else come in and sit down. She'll get up, go over, let them pet her for a little bit, and then she'll come back and lay down, or she'll sit there and look at the barber, which is usually Dave, and Dave is always cooing and oohing on her. And but that's just Mia. She just
does she come home with parts of hair missing because the barber can't help himself? He's got to cut at least just a little bit.
No, she's very short-haired.
Oh. Yeah, the real sad thing about the situation is the person who had her before you. That person just, I can't stand people who do that to animals.
No. Yeah. And she went to a big Macomb County Humane Society, which is Metro Detroit Humane Society, and it was like a small hospital. And I had to put down 2 dogs within 3 weeks, of one of old age and one of old age plus. She went out to go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden I heard the top. She sat down and she couldn't stand up with her back legs anymore.
Okay.
So, and the other one was a Dalmatian, and she went to sleep on a Sunday night. Sunday morning when she woke up, she had a growth sticking out of her eye, growing. Looked like like a spider coming out of her eye. Took her to the vet, and the vet looked at it and he says, "Oh my!" He says, "I think there's more going on here than what we can see."
Yeah.
He says she was 15, and she says, "I would say this is the time." So put her down. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't want them to suffer and stuff.
That's it.
So
Golden
I found Mia on Pet Finder, and I went down and got her right away because she fit the bill. She was just what I was looking for, and got down there and found that this place, it was like a hospital. It had a round circular desk out in front where you had two receptionists sitting on each side, and she had her own little pillow. She used to sit between them and greet everybody. And when I decided to take her, they put out a call. Everybody in the place, there must have been 15 people, volunteers or whatever, plus staff. They all came and took a group picture of her. And without any coaxing whatsoever, she went around and gave every one of them a kiss.
Oh, that's nice.
And I got calls for several months afterwards. They says, "Are you going to bring her back to visit? Bring her back to visit?" And I'm thinking, with her trauma, I don't want her to think I'm taking her back to dump her off.
Yeah, true.
Because I don't think they forget. So I
did that to Roger a few times. He always returned.
What did Kim say?
He says, I did that to Roger a few times and I always returned. See what kind of friend I got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true friendship right there. But maybe Paul, you could have them all meet you at a park or something where they all can come and say hi to her.
Yeah.
But it's probably been a while now.
2 years. Yep.
2 years, yeah. What's up, Eber? How's it going?
Louis B. Floyd, Nunya, Manic Magic, Eber, John DiNardo, Golden Retro on Movies. Good morning. Let me see who else. Mr. Crawley, Rodney Bell just left. Well, Furball's down here.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, yeah, there we go. I was gonna say I didn't see Rodney leave, but now I do.
So how was your day yesterday, Paul? Paul, I'm doing FPV Sundays now, Sunday mornings.
Yeah, I heard. I perused through and I saw you say that it's going to be Sunday.
Yeah, it's because Fridays is everybody's working, and I mean, give a chance to everybody. So I'm
Sure.
in the mornings.
Yeah.
It's not going to be on Fridays no more. It's going to be on Sunday mornings.
Well, it's easier. Too many people are at work and all that.
And I hear it's going to be hosted by Kim.
Yep. Kim's
That's a lie.
going to be on.
Well, that's full of crap.
Yeah.
How do you really feel, Kim? You don't have to give us the sugar-coated version.
Yeah, no.
You're killing me.
What was that, Kim? I didn't see your face when you said that. You'll have to come on and say it.
I have no face this morning. My hair is up in curlers.
That is even better. Now you have to come on.
Yeah, exactly.
25 Celsius there. That's hot, my friend. Yeah, for sure.
Shut up, Beaver.
It's supposed to be like 85 today. That's above 25, I think.
Well, that's crap.
Yeah, it's nice here, but I'm waiting on a storm. There's a storm front coming down through Michigan from the northwest and coming towards the southeast, and of course the bullseye is Port Huron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's probably the same storm that hit my house with lightning then.
Yeah.
Because today we're supposed to hit 20 Celsius. I'll say what it is in Fahrenheit there.
20, that's about
72. That'd be 72, right?
67, 68, I think.
I'll tell you, it won't be long there. If I could stop hitting the wrong freaking thing.
I was always told the rule of thumb for Celsius, because over here it doesn't make a difference, but it was 32 degrees, and whatever the other temperature is, 32 degrees plus double the other.
No, it's 1.6.
Oh, is it 1.6? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I have to do Celsius conversions and stuff at work all the time. So
yeah, it's gonna be 68 Fahrenheit today.
Yeah, see, that's what I said, 67, 68. It's gross how I have to know all this.
And we're supposed to have thunderstorms tomorrow, they say.
Yeah.
He says you got Manic Magic says he's got an echo on the panel. I don't hear no echo.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait. Hello? Hello? Is it me? Anybody
I got
hear an
no
echo
echo.
with me?
Hello? Hello?
Let me.
Oh, maybe he's referring to Kim.
Yeah, probably.
There's an echo coming from somewhere, and it was Kim in the kitchen.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, nice to see you as well, Golden.
No, Kim, you didn't miss anything. We're just all talking about your new show tomorrow. Is going to be on Sundays now. That you're going to be
Hosting.
Roger's going to sit back as the executive producer, and you're gonna have the whole thing.
Basically, that's what happened yesterday.
Yeah.
I heard you can only be on if you have curlers in your hair too.
Oh, you could call it flying with curlers on Sunday.
Yes. See, now they say curling is a Canadian sport, and
Yeah,
Kim
there
is
you
just
go.
proving he's curling right now.
Yeah. FPV curling.
That would be an awesome video if anybody wants to do that when it starts freezing again. Just like take your drone, slowly push it across the ice, and then do the sweeper things or whatever.
In front of it? Yeah. Well, if you had a good pilot, what you could do is not take off, but be able to just get it to move itself across the ice and sweep in front of it. You know?
Yeah. It sounds like a challenge.
Except when it gets to the part where the one rock hits the other rock, that might not be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you had big bumpers on it or something.
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you still got them supported because YouTube is screwing around again and supporting everybody.
Yep. And remember, John DiNardo is in the house and he is selling vehicles. If you need a vehicle, you call John, and his phone number is.
Oh, Russell bumped out.
He jumped on the phone. He's calling John.
Okay, it's 2:55 p.m. in the UK. Okay, 6 hours ahead. John, you at home or at work?
Hello, John. You could come on too, John, because we can pump your truck and auto sales for you.
So I bet you guys can't guess what happened. Roger's saying check out everybody's channel, and so I tried to move the window that had my email up on it, and that was also the one that had Hangouts on it too. So I closed it.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what happened.
Yep. No, that was me.
It happens. You don't like it to happen, but it happens.
Yep.
Let's see. I must check and see how my shippies are doing. Where are you at, those shippies?
Yeah, it's been about 20 minutes or so. So how long before they come by do you have to leave? 20 minutes or so, or 15?
Usually about, I get down there 15, 20 minutes by the time I get the drone set up and get it ready to go. Okay, so the first 3 ships are coming. They are out about 10 miles out from buoys. So they're about 30 miles out. So they're doing 13.9 knots.
Oh man, they're still a ways away.
Yeah.
You still got probably almost an hour and 20 minutes then, unless they're speeding up.
No, that's usually top speed for them.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, John.
Morning, John. Now, I think everybody needs to put a vote in chat. We need to have John. Go ahead.
The king the king of auto and truck sales himself, the one, the only, John DiNardo.
You're too much.
Call
Yeah.
413-562-27. We don't know the other of it.
Oh, I can give it to you if John wants me to. I can.
Oh, I think I saw it one day. I can't remember what it is. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna call him and ask him if he has any lawnmowers for sale. And then I was like, I totally forgot about it. Now I don't remember the numbers.
I keep saying I'm going to put something there for Pooza Studios. I just got to get the time to print something up and cover it up.
Yeah. Well, what you do is you just cover, make it the 413562, and then just have a picture of Andrew covering up the 27 and just see if he notices.
Yeah.
How you doing this morning? Nice to see you. So, John, did you go any flying yesterday?
Yesterday, the only flying I did was with my little Maker Fire 65 Plus. I finally programmed that and flew it around the shop a bunch of times.
Okay.
But I didn't get out in time to go flying with my camera drones, which I was depressed about. And today it's absolutely perfect out, but I'm supposed to have someone come in again this morning. I might have sold that truck, Paul, so I wrote up
Cool.
Oh, there you go.
the guy yesterday.
See, now what you got to do for advertising.
I'll leave.
It's not me. It's not me.
No, I know. Hello, Paul.
Mr. Donata, you got a truckie for sale? I looking for truckie. You got truckie?
Oh, my other phone's ringing too. Oh boy, it's great.
Okay, I check on truckie later.
Okay. This one I'll mute.
Yep.
Well, the sun is out, but the wind's picking up now, which is crap.
Oh, we're supposed to have low winds today, but the last 2 days in a row, we've had thunderstorms come through here. And literally, I don't know what it is, but there's got to be like something underneath our street that just is attracting all that stuff. Because that thunderstorm yesterday, it got really close too. It was less than half a mile away from us. There was some lightning. So,
Okay. What do you want, girl? You want to go back out? Okay. Hold on.
a couple 100 years ago, if I wanted to be famous, I'd be flying a kite with a key attached to it and some filament.
No, if you really wanted to be famous, you get in the Wayback Machine and you go back and fly a drone.
There we go. Yes. They took the way back.
Yeah.
Swift Fox is in the house. How you doing, Swift Fox?
Hey, Swift.
John must be selling.
Oh, that's not cool. Holy cow, man.
That sucks big time there, Swift Fox. Yeah.
No kidding.
In his fling spot. What's a fling spot?
Flying.
He's flying.
Flying.
Yeah, but that one big tree, like, if that's the spot that he's talking about, that has like that one really, really big tree. That. By the way, Swift, I'm here. I'll say hello, but I'm actually journeying about Northwest. So.
Also known as the Ward family.
Yeah, the Ward house. Yeah, but that's just so he does like, who's this? Who's talking about me? But yeah, that tree, man. Well, just gotta wear a flak jacket, I guess, when you go there.
Either that or get yourself a quiet drone so they don't know you're there.
Yeah, that package, you'll probably mail that out tomorrow there for you, Nanya. That Kim's fixing up for you. Probably mail it out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Sorry, tomorrow Sunday. There's no mail here. There's Monday. We're not spoiled like you guys in the States getting mail on Sunday and Saturdays. We don't get any of that.
We got mail on Memorial Day here. I was like, what? I thought
What? You do?
we did. Yeah, the mailman came. He was at the post office box. I was like, is he lost? But then he started putting mail in some of the boxes. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Since when did this happen? Because I always remember that was a holiday for mail, right?
Federal holiday,
Yeah.
Should have been. I mean, maybe he was doing packages, because I guess maybe they still do packages. They don't just do the regular mail, or who knows?
Well, I think now, since FedEx and UPS and DHL and all these other delivery companies have sprung into action, the federal governments have decided, hey, we could get left behind if we don't step the game up, because everybody knows they don't make that much money on delivering a piece of mail as much as they do packages.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, if that's the case, why don't they just let all those other companies take it over? And
So here, they're always on strike and whatever. They want more money, more pay, more everything. And they all put the prices up on the stamps and everything. And we don't get the service.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are getting mail on Saturday and Sundays. Here, you break a toenail, a fingernail, and I'm off work. I mean, and you don't work on the holidays. You don't work nothing. That's and it's all the internet's taking over.
What was that?
That was probably a motorcycle going by. I just unmuted my thing. That was Mr. Crowley on the phone.
Yeah.
So Paul was on the line, and I have it so it forwards calls to my cell phone. And I just set that up, and my cell phone's ringing. I'm like, huh. And it was Mr. Crowley.
Well done, Sean.
So the numbers out.
So he bought the truck.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, who was the first one that called?
That was you, Paul.
Oh,
Yeah. I thought for sure you were going to buy something.
I didn't. Well, I thought it was a Chinese guy or something. I didn't.
It sounded that way in the beginning, yeah. Oh, you guys just cracked me up.
So today we're waiting for Bill to come on, the drone reviewer, to talk about DJI products, what's going on in the news. And did anybody get any news lately on any products or anything?
Just waiting to see what happens with DJI. I'm sure they're going to come out with some kind of Mavic style in between the Enterprise and the Mavic Zoom and stuff like that, with all the special features that are going to need to be on these drones starting next year. So I'm sure that's going to happen.
I'm starting to wonder if all those rumors about the Phantom 5 not coming out are true, because they've come out with a lot of stuff in between the last Phantom 4 and this Phantom 5, and there's no hefty rumor mill talking about the Phantom 5 coming out soon. They've just been doing a lot of these foldable drones. Maybe they're not going to do the Phantom 5.
Personally, I think that they're poised in a position where they have the iconic Phantom series, and they can pull that baby off the shelf whenever sales start to lag. And so now they're going to explore with all these other, because now they're talking about, the Inspire 3, which is going to be smaller than the 2, bigger than the 1, somewhere in the middle, but much more portable, maybe, who knows?
And that's the one that's going to have the radar for other aircraft in the air, right?
Yep.
This is the new. I'm going to post a link in here. This is the new laws here in Canada for DJI, controlled by our Transport Canada. These are the new rules we got here now. This is the one that I think Phantom Marks posted the other day.
Well, Roger, is that going to affect you when you're getting your advanced license at all, or?
No, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that was a secret. Everybody forget that. Roger wanted to surprise us. Just forget that. Forget that.
I'm not going for my advance. Hey, Roland.
Yeah,
how you doing?
yes, Roger. Yes, Roger. I agree. Okay. Yep. That was my mistake. So sorry, Roger. So sorry.
Hey, Roland, how you doing this morning? Glad to see you.
So it looks like you'll be able to fly over people and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It almost looks better than our laws that are here, because now we're in a little lull right now. They don't know what to do because you can't call the airport anymore to fly, and their system isn't up yet for us to get authorization to fly. So we're like in a gray area.
Well,
Yeah.
the FAA keeps saying that they just don't have any statistical information so that they can pass or with confidence put out any regulations that they think is what is needed, because the percentages of real accidents with drones is like next to zero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, real accidents, not all these fictitious ones.
Right. Exactly.
Fox says it's catch-22. There you go.
Yeah, there's no more calling to fly. So
Yeah, exactly. And so they're wanting you to use that length system is what they're wanting to do, but you can't use it yet. So
right. Well, there's certain areas I can use.
Some areas. Yep.
On my I have AirMap, and I know a lot of people don't get what AirMap is all about and everything, but they're really state of the art on all this technology. All the news crews around here and everything are using AirMap to get authorizations.
Yep.
One of the major airports around here, Hartford Airport, Bradley International, it's called, has this system built into it already, and you can, and what they do is they tell all the control towers where you are.
Yeah.
So
and the other thing that's nice about it is once you register in Air Maps, you're registered. You don't have to jump through all those hoops to get there. You just jump ahead and it registers like where you're going to fly, what you're going to do, what time you're going to fly, that kind of thing. Where the first time you go in, it's a little bit more intricate.
Yeah.
And as far as DJI products, of course, they're all woven in this Air Maps. You can fly it within the Air Maps app. You can connect to the controller with it.
Yep.
You can set parameters in Air Maps so you won't fly into any unauthorized zones. You can make it so it'll stay inside the zone that you said you were going to fly in. So if you picked a 1,000-mile radius around yourself, your drone won't fly out of that radius.
Right.
Stuff like that. So it's a pretty good thing, and it's constantly getting updated. Like I know.
Fox is surrounded by 5 airports. My God.
Yeah, so am I. If you look at me on the map, I'm just I gotta drive. There's an area I can drive to that's 5 miles away from here, and there's a section in between Northampton Airport and my Westfield Airport that there's not a helipad or anything close enough, where it's a green spot, but it's only like a half a mile square. And it goes around all the airport. It's pretty funny, but I go there a lot because there's farmers' fields in there, and I can fly around them. But all the other places around here, I'd have to drive, 15 miles away to get to a spot that's in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. And then you have, parks that you're not allowed to fly in. So then now I'm out of the airport stuff, but I got the
parks.
Yeah, the Mohawk Trail too is a no-no, and that cuts right through this whole area.
That's ridiculous.
And you can't fly over the Mohawk Trail. It's and
well, you can't launch from it.
No, you can't. I've been flying next to it. My DJI drone. If I fly into that zone, the red zone, it stops and lands.
Yep.
Oh, is it like
it's geofenced?
It's geofenced. Yep.
Huh.
And I should be, when the weather gets better, I should start flying my Enterprise a little bit. I've only taken about a handful of flights with it, and just to see the difference. But but it has all that stuff. I see the aircraft. I see everything in the area. I see all that stuff. And, but I'm so comfortable with my Mavic 2 Zoom, and I know what it does and doesn't do. When you switch aircraft, it's even if it's basically the same, it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
You can fly a Mavic Pro and fly your buddy's Mavic Pro, and it's just different.
I was just about to say, I could fly my Mavic Air and fly a friend's Mavic Air, and they will act differently.
Yep, they have little glitches, especially if they're different batches. You know, different months they were made. And they use different hardware in them. It's amazing. If they can't get the hardware from one company, they'll use different hardware inside that, and it acts a little bit different.
Yep, and I haven't yet warmed up to, and I'm saying limited use, warmed up to the new DJI Pilot app either, because it's different.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that app yet because I don't have one of those enterprise things yet. But.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's different about it, Paul?
Well, it loads different. It acts different when you go into it. You know, it crops what you see on your screen more than, like, I'm using tablets and I'm also using the Crystal Sky, which ends up being full screen. When I fly the other one, it's cropped. It's not. They got black on top, black on bottom. It's different. And and as I get older, I don't like different. You know.
Yeah.
So I really need to get that up in the air. It's a heck of an aircraft.
Got to practice with that.
Well, I have that wedding that I'm gonna be shooting here in 2 weeks now. Let's see, no, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, and I had to call up the facility because they told the bride and groom that drones aren't allowed there because it's close to an airport. Well, closer to an airport. It's like 4.2 miles away from Class D airport. So it's still in that Class D airspace, but I've already approved it with the airport, like talked to them and approved it. And I'm part 107. So it's a little different than you can't call and approve for hobbyist flying. So I had to call and talk this lady off the ledge of, well, you're not allowed to fly here. I was like, well, yes, I can. Here's why. Here's this. You know, you can call this person at the tower and they'll tell you, yes, I cleared it. And they're still kind of they're making me fill out a waiver now. So whatever that is.
Well, the hard part is trying to explain to the average public that
that's my air maps.
Yeah.
That's all the airports right within me.
Wow.
Let's see. So according to that map, Springfield, I've got about no, I'm just joking.
The hardest thing that, and I don't know how we're going to get over this hump, is the average person sees a drone pilot and they think that we're all hobbyists, that we all just are out there just willy-nilly. And if you're a 107 pilot, you're supposed to be a cut above, but yet nobody knows you're a cut above. So it's like in your case, when you're trying to explain to them, a hobbyist can't come here and fly, but I'm a professional commercial drone pilot licensed to do such as with the FAA, and those rules do not necessarily apply to me.
Yeah, correct. And I told her, I was like, hey, every time I go fly for any commercial job, I go and I have insurance that I have and all this other stuff that covers. I mean, they're worried about it because this place had a fire like 6 years ago. I think that's more what they're worried about. And so they're worried about drone crashing and causing a fire or some thing like that or whatever. But
and John, is that the trail in red? Is that?
Yeah, that's the trail in the red. And I'm zoomed. I can zoom out, but it goes away when you zoom out.
People in the chat. Explicit FPV, how you doing? Hadley's famous. Good morning. Daddy of 13. Explorer Obsession, how you doing this morning? Roland's in the house. Nanya.
Hey, Ruined. What's up, Justin?
Swiftbox.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Justin. 100 degrees. Holy smoke.
Yeah, once it gets above 85, that's when I start going, oh, okay, I'm good. But, I have a very over 65, under 85. That's like, I would take that all day, every day.
Yeah. Check out what the explicit said there, guys, in the chat.
Unless you're talking about age, Russell, because there's nothing good about over 65 and under 87.
And I'll show you this. All those little blue circles are someone flying in the United States that's logged into this app.
Right.
Yeah.
And you used to, in the beginning of this app, you could click on that and it would give you all the information of who's flying, what type of bird they're flying and all that. But now they made it so you can't see that for some reason. It just gives you the latitude, longitude, and what they're doing.
Yeah. It used to tell you what they ate for breakfast and all that.
Oh, pretty much. But they know all that stuff anyways. So.
Well, on my Enterprise, that comes up, but it shows me their radius, their speed, their direction.
Right.
And it actually moves on the screen.
It used to do that on this app in the very beginning, and they did away with that for some reason. I don't know why. Probably privacy laws. But it even shows all, this app's worldwide. There's just tons of people everywhere flying. It's amazing. Germany. But I don't use it as a rule per se, but I use it just to check the area. There's 4 different apps I use. I use Hoover, Drone Buddy, the Before You Fly one from the FAA.
It's terrible.
I'm just afraid of that app anyways, because
it's no good.
Which app is that?
Which one?
It's Air Maps, right?
Air Maps is the one I just was showing you.
That's what I use.
Yeah, Air Maps. Drone Buddy's more of it gives you weather, stuff like that, and you have to pay for it if you really want to get into it. And actually, Air Maps, there is a pay version of Air Maps that's totally different. Most people.
And Roger, that is something that you should be aware of, is Air Maps, because just like that other web page I gave you, or that source UAV forecast, those are two resources that everybody that seriously flies should have.
Okay.
Yep.
But I don't seriously fly, so I fly when I can. Hey,
and Kim doesn't fly seriously. So
no, never. Ralph Morick, how you doing? Hadley's Famous Hadley, y'all ready for tomorrow morning's FPV Sunday?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't seen Kim buzz the tower of Roger's camera in a while.
Well,
you got to go watch some of his last videos where he's using Roger as a target and runs into his head.
Yeah,
it was his shoulder, I guess. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my gosh.
He's got a couple more videos to post. I think he went flying yesterday. I wasn't around him. I'm glad for
that. See, now Roger, what we've got to do in the next video is have you doing this, and have him fly through that.
But yeah, that's a good idea. I'll get what do you call it, football helmet on there, or a full face, one of the two.
Oh yeah. Well, in that case, we got to have you running around the yard, and you have to do this and see if he can get through while you're running.
I told Roger what he needs to do is get a tennis racket and just bat that thing.
That would go over well.
Out of the park. There you go.
Oh,
hey, for rolling. How you doing? Good morning. Everybody, check everybody's channels out. Make sure you got them supported already. YouTube's been fooling around a lot, guys, so check out everybody's channel. Jim Crennan, good morning. From sunny Arizona.
Hey, Jim. That's our second Arizona guy of the day right now.
100 degrees already out there where
I know.
Justin is. Holy smokes, and it's earlier out there.
Babe Ruth, there you go, Hadley.
Like 8 in the morning, I think. I think he's 2 hours. He might be 3 hours behind me.
Who is it for, Justin?
Yeah, Justin.
Yeah, he's 2 hours behind you.
2 hours, yeah.
Yep, I'm 3 hours. I'm the one who got up at 6 in the morning, I guess, to come on here. I don't know why.
I've been up. I got up at 5, went and had breakfast, brought some plants that I grew, tomato plants, not anything funny plants, but tomato plants and stuff I grew. We're planting at my girl's house.
Yep. We call them tomato plants here too, John. Wink, wink.
Did you guys get a chance to see Philly Mike's balloon ride this morning live?
Oh
No.
sugar! He did it live this morning.
Yep, did it live this morning. There's 2 videos on there. He did it when they were blowing the balloon up. He showed them blowing the balloon up, and then when he was flying, he did another one.
Nice.
He didn't fly his drone around it, did he?
No,
No. No.
Why
But he
not? That sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
he had the camera. Well, if he'd have had a bunch of people with him, probably you could have followed him around,
Right.
Mhm.
with a drone.
I hear my kid.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You have kids?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Swift Fox was up at 5:30 this morning. Yeah, I was up early too this morning. I almost went on live very early this morning, message that.
I would have saw you early because I did check, but I didn't see Philly drone life on.
Hi, buddy.
At a restaurant. I was in a restaurant about 6:45.
Okay.
I was playing online. Hello.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Hi, Colin.
Oh, here. There. Now you can actually hear what they're saying.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi, Roger.
It's Roger and then Paul and then John.
Oh, hey, Paul. Hi, John.
Hello. How are you?
I know Paul. I don't know John.
I've come into your live streams before, but
If you want, you can call John though. He just needs to move his head a little bit.
Call John at that phone number, and he'll sell you a car, your friend's cars, anything you need with cars.
I'll start
That's-
scamming you.
yeah, there we go. I gotta. I can.
I'll start doing prank calls.
Okay.
Hey,
A bunch of those.
join the club.
Ah,
Oh, you're fine, John. If we want, we just gotta look you up online. Just look up Donardo Auto Sales.
Yeah. That's why it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you're very well represented on Google.
Oh,
But I'm sure you still get calls every day saying that your Google business listing is off.
all the time.
Oh, I hate those so much.
24/7. And it drives me nuts. You talk to them. Oh no, we're from Google. I go, no, you're not. You're not a Google representative. You're a company trying to sell me something because I've called Google before, and they actually help you. I got a Google number.
Yeah.
And they bend over backwards for you. It's amazing, and it's free.
Yeah. Well, I told them that yesterday I had a little bit of extra time, and so when they called, I decided I was going to mess with them for a little bit. So I changed my voice every time I spoke again.
Oh, nice.
The person eventually, it was about the 4th time, all of a sudden they just hung up. They were just like, nope, this guy's not going to do anything.
No.
Oh, Ashley is leaving in her car.
Oh.
I think she's going to go get coffee or something.
I think that's why you got the handoff.
Wait, why did she take a bag of clothes? No,
Yeah, right.
I got a phone call at 8:30 this morning, and I said just 2 words to them, and they understood. So I told them just that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did it start with an F and an O?
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh, here comes another call in. I'm gonna mute you.
Yes, Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was waiting for when he answered it for Paul to be like, all right, hello.
You still got that truck for sale out front?
Wait, why did you drive off and then walk back here? Oh, you're moving the cars? Gotcha. Yeah. Uh-oh, I got the look like I didn't listen to her when she said it the first time.
no, I didn't tell you the first time, but you don't act dumb like you don't know what's going on.
I thought you were driving off.
Yeah.
What?
Quick.
Yeah, Ashley, he put us on hold. Actually, he was going to go check and see if you didn't pack your bags and were leaving.
But I am going to go here soon, guys, because I want to go get some coffee, and I also have to get some tables out of the shed for her, and then plan my escape.
Is she having a sale or something? Or
Yeah, she's doing a garage sale, and I despise garage sales with like
What a passion.
yes, a high passion, and so I'm going to help her set it up, and then I'm going to duck out.
There you go. Well, yeah, but you're probably going to end up ducking out with Colin. So,
well, yes. Well, I think she's going to use him to bring people in. Oh, a cute baby! Of course, I'll pull over and buy something for 20 cents.
It's for fun.
What she's got to do is teach Colin to walk around and just point at things.
You want that? You want that?
Yeah. Was Blind said you should already had that stuff set up.
Yeah. Curtis.
Yeah. Don't get me in trouble. Was Blind. Don't do it.
Yeah, he plugged his headphones back in so she can't hear.
I know people that set up those tables days in advance in the garage and they just carry them out, set them up.
Yeah.
Swiftfox asks if you got any computer parts for sale.
I probably have a whole computer here soon but it's got a what do you call it? The power thing. What do you call it? Oh my god. Power supply. Yes, power supply is bad on it. So, but the computer is actually really nice.
Well, one thing nice about that computer though is that if it's a power supply situation, if you smoke, you can always light your cigarette off of it. You know, you just pull it down there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's funny.
But all right, well, hey guys, she's starting to set stuff up, so I'm going to get going here.
Hey, Russell, good luck at the yard sale, and I hope it doesn't get too warm for you to not to have to wear that clown suit where you're spinning the thing, yard sale.
See, I would love them if I got to do that. No, I would totally do that. Get like a little handle.
Yeah. You need to work on that for the next garage sale and just spring it on her.
Yes. All right. Well, hey guys, we'll see you guys all later.
Okay.
And I will probably be checking in tomorrow as well for the Kim show.
Yeah.
Kim show. That sounds like a Chinese dish. Kim show.
See you guys.
Mr. Kim,
good day.
Come see Mr. Kim tomorrow.
Okay, Russ. Have a good one. See you on the street. There you go.
I'm trying to make something up here for Pooza's studio. I don't know. I'm just in WordPad. I might put something across that just in case he pops in.
I already emailed him all your phone numbers.
That's all right. I don't mind any of that stuff.
Hey, you could have a new sign made that you could extend the up there and have hooks, and it could say Donardo's Flying Circus.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. Donardo's Famous Flying Circus. There you go.
How many videos did you post, Paul, yesterday? I'm way behind in your videos, man.
I put 3 up yesterday.
3? And I missed all the other ones too before that. My God. I'll try and get onto that.
Oh, don't worry about it, Roger. One thing about when you post to YouTube, they're there forever.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Unless YouTube decides they don't want them anymore, right?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I try to get 2 or 3 a day when the weather allows me to, and I got the last one posted this morning at like 1:00 a.m.
Oh God.
Nice.
And then Michael woke me up at 5 for his morning flight. I'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll wait right here, Paul.
Okay.
So what'd you do yesterday, John? Were you out to an auction or something, or?
No, I was here. I had a lot of action in the car lot yesterday. I couldn't
Oh.
believe it. So first thing in the morning, I'm still dealing with that compressor deal. You know.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, everything seems to happen all at once because I got that compressor going on, and I get a call from the state. They wanted to make an appointment to come check all my vessels, they're called.
Oh,
So they're coming on the 10th. So
okay.
I had the Air Compression Engineering is the company that I have that I want to buy a new air compressor from.
Okay.
I'm going to eliminate 2 of them, and I'm going to just have 2 compressors instead of the 3 I have now.
Okay.
And I'm going to go from a horizontal to a vertical.
Okay.
And so I had them give me an estimate, and I isolated the other one. And sure enough, you know, they call, so I had to schedule. Like, sure, you can come anytime you want and inspect my stuff, but I had to isolate that one to make sure and make sure it's disconnected and everything, or they'll, you know, they actually shut you down. So I was dealing with that in the morning, and then the nice weather. It was so nice here yesterday. There was just people all over the place. You know, 3 people came in on the truck. I had some people on a little Trex that I have out there, and I did estimates for them all and told them, you know, what it would cost, what I'd give them. I had to look up their cars for trade-ins, things like that. So it took me right up from, say, by the time I got done with air compressor engineering, it was 11. And then I did a little stuff in the shop. And then I didn't even go to lunch. From 12 o'clock on, it was nonstop people. I haven't really sold anything yet, but at least there was action in the parking lot.
Ah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. There's an engine job I'm supposed to be doing on a box truck for a company that I'm actually going to do so the mechanics don't get tied up on that because it's a big job. Yeah. I was going to start that this morning, but I just didn't feel like it. I might start that tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Come in here and pull the engine out of it. And then Monday, we're supposed to get a new one delivered. So that would be good if I do. We'll see how I feel in the morning.
Golden Retro says, I got some mail today, Roger, which was another Blu-ray film. For a ball, buying good $25. I could buy good $25. That's the box I sent with the RX. Okay.
Where'd my screen go?
Everybody check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got everybody supported, guys.
Let's see how this prints.
We got no mail on the weekends here, Golden Retro. No. Saturday and Sundays, no mail at all. No delivery. The only thing they deliver here is furniture on the weekends. When you go to the store and buy furniture, they'll deliver them on a weekend. That's the only thing it delivers here. You getting your stuff ready to go flying?
Actually, what I thought I'd do is, since
fire up that Enterprise.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. Here's the Enterprise.
Okay.
Right. You can put that in the mail if you want. I could run that for you a few times.
I don't know if anybody would like this. You know, it's just.
I would.
Sorho, all the haters they can. Unsubscribe. Oh. You having problems there, Blizzard?
Blizzard's having problems?
Well, no, it's Mark. Zorro. All the haters they can. Unsubscribe.
What the heck? Something must have happened on his page.
Well, you know, the thing of it is I've told this to Roger many times. I'm happy just being on a panel here and there. I don't think I want to be the target, which is the guy that has
the channel.
Has the channel, yeah.
Paul, when you're down there flying, do you have access to internet?
Currently on my phone, I'm supposed to, but yes and no. It's slow.
Because that would be wild if you could do a live thing flying one of those. Because I know you have enough subscribers, you'd be able to do it. That would be pretty wild, you know, once a month or something, you do some type of live shot or something.
Paul, Blizzard's asking Enterprise, does that bird have air mode?
Air mode.
What's air mode? Is that the land system or? Oh no, everyone quiet.
The principal's in the house.
What the hell? Okay.
Oh, Blizzard,
Okay,
you're helping
yes.
Paul Trash to move today? Oh, okay, Blizzard. Okay.
Why have people call me?
I'm acro. I don't think it has acro, that one. How you
Oh,
doing?
air mode. Now I got it. No, that doesn't. I should have known that. I was thinking camera drone, not FPV.
Oh my goodness.
How you doing, Paul?
Paul, are you building a drone there?
What's that? Here's how the pilot app starts out, John.
Yep, I'm watching.
Okay, and then
Is that a blank square in the middle? We
now
can't.
the square says Precision Fly Safe Database update required. Please
Oh, yeah.
update as soon as possible. And I hit ignore.
Yeah.
And so it takes you to there, and then over here it says start. This little, it's got the little white thing there. I hit start, and it takes you here.
Yep.
Okay.
Bye, Hadley. Take it. Have a good day.
Then I hit the X out, and it gives you the screen.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yep.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, Val. Good morning, Roger. Morning, John. Morning, Paul. How is everybody?
Hey.
Doing good, doing good.
Great. We're great.
Boy, what a week.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say.
Well, well, you know, it's like every time, you know, it's like that old. Remember, old E.F. Hutton talks, people listen kind of thing on the commercial.
Yeah.
Well, DJI talked this week, and wow, they really made a big splash. They starting on June the 7th, they have a sale going on. The sale is $120 off Mavic Air, $120 off a Mavic Air combo, and $100 off a Mavic 2 Zoom. And what does all this mean? I mean, there is a lot more behind just this drone, those drones being on sale.
Yeah, there is.
You know, DJI does not come out and offer $100 or $120 off on a drone without having something behind it. Okay. First, we'll go to the Mavic Air. Okay. Now, you know, everybody and his brother has been talking about the Spark 2 with good cause. You know, that's one thing that we have. Hang on a second. My dog's barking. I got to close the door.
Okay.
You know, everybody's been talking about the Spark 2 with good reason. And and this is just conjecture on my part. I haven't heard this or seen this from anybody, but this is kind of like just speculation based upon DJI. I think they're going to come out with two versions of a Spark. All right. They're going to have a basic version, which is kind of like what we have right now. And it's going to be priced inexpensively. It's going to be in the $499 range with a controller and very affordable. I think you're going to see a Spark 2, and I think the Spark 2 is going to replace the Mavic Air, all right? And it's going to have all the features that you see in the Mavic Air, plus it's going to have the new quieter ESCs and props on it, probably OcuSync 2.0, and, you know, that's going to still be in the same kind of a price range of about $799 what the current Mavic Air is. I think they're doing away with the Mavic Air. This is just speculation and conjecture on my part because it would make sense. That name Spark has generated and continues to generate a ton of sales for them. All right. I mean, I know, and I've talked to a lot of people out there, and, you know, they say, you know, when you go to look for a Spark right now, The only ones you can find are white. I mean, they don't even have black right now. That's it. And they're hard to find. I mean, even on eBay right now, they're not plentiful out there. So you know, if you want to get a Spark, it's really kind of slim pickings right now. So I really think that what we're going to see here is we're going to see 2 iterations of a Spark come July. We're going to see a Spark and probably a Spark Pro or a Spark Advanced or something along those lines. And it's going to more closely resemble the Mavic Air. I think they're going to be doing away with the Mavic Air entirely. That's just pure conjecture on my part. And I think it kind of would make sense as well, too, because, you know, they have built up. DJI is very, very good with name brand recognition. You know, I've talked about that with the Phantom before, but I'm seeing them doing the same thing here with the Spark, using that great name brand recognition that they have, and then continuing that with like a Spark Pro, a Spark 2 kind of Spark 2 Pro kind of a thing, and totally replacing the Mavic Air. That's what I see going on with that. Now, you know, as far as pricing is concerned, I would say, you know, we would probably be in the range of $799. It's going to be with a Fly More. It's probably going to be $999. It'll probably be right under $1,000, but it's going to improve upon the Mavic Air with, like I said, the new quieter ESCs, the new quieter props, and probably OcuSync 2.0, because I think they'll figure it out how to get it in that size of a frame. I think that was a big holdup, was getting a printed circuit board that will fit in that size of a body for the drone. Okay. Now with the Mavic 2 Zoom, okay, that presents a more interesting kind of a scenario for me. And, you know, I had somebody said, you know, to me, I got a comment overnight and says, oh, they're probably doing that so they could be able to sell Mavic 2s with APAS in it. And I said, well, understood, you know, the Mavic 2 Enterprise, and Paul knows it already has APAS in it. And, you know, APAS physically, as far as the hardware is concerned, you know, it's just a little bit more than a printed board. Okay. It's not very big. It's not something that's going to be cumbersome. However, it needs to be part. It's kind of like on your personal computer, on a motherboard. That it needs to be part of that. Okay. It's something that you can't like plug and play and drop in, something like that. It needs to be integrated in with that. So I don't see that happening. However, what I do see happening, and this is something that's just conjecture and speculation on my part. DJI has perfected a Mavic 2 Pro / Zoom, an all-in-one camera, having the Pro camera with it, but having the capabilities of the Zoom as well. This is what I see them coming out with the new iteration of the Mavic 2.
I think you're right.
I mean, it would only make sense because, you know, I can't tell you how many people I know of, you know, bought both drones because they wanted the capabilities of the Zoom, but they also wanted the professional style quality of the Pro as far as the camera was concerned.
Right. Yeah. And as far as the Mavic Air goes, there are so many complaints because of the noise factor from that. And once you get into a Pro series with the quiet props on it, huge difference. I mean, I fly my older, you know, Mavic Pro. It's not the 2 with the quiet props on it. It's just a much better feel and everything. You just from the Mavic Air, it's just so noisy and it's at that right pitch that just annoys people. So it just doesn't seem to play as well.
You're right, John. I mean, it sounds like a hornet's nest.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, really, when you listen to it, or, you know, stirring up a good old hornet's nest, and it really does. And, well, you know, when I was doing my test flights, I was doing them in front of the house, and I always attracted a crowd of people.
Yeah,
people were coming out of the wood. Hey, what is that? What's going on? What's making all that noise? Kind of thing, you know. And I mean, well, you know, the only good thing about it was you knew where it was in the sky at all times because you could hear
it. Yes.
I mean, you know, I would have that 1,000 feet away and you could still hear it.
Still hear it.
You know, the Phantom 4 Pro and the Mavic 2 Pro, when they're 1,000 feet away, I can't hear them. But boy, that Mavic Air, you can sure hear that. Absolutely. And I think the other thing that, you know, here's another thing, and I kind of want to go back on this. I had a lot of people comment, you know, on my Spark 2 video that I did, And basically the article was from Drone DJ and Hey Kesteloo. And I want to go back and say, Hey Kesteloo is a excellent source of information. Okay. He's somebody that you can trust. He has contacts with DJI. So when he puts out an article or information, I look upon that as very reliable and very solid. One of the other things with this too is, one of the other comments I had been getting a lot, well, how come, they're only going to increase battery life 2 minutes, Bill? Why can't they get it? Why can't we get another 10 minutes out of a battery like that? All right. It's a very valid point. But Rick Smith gave me a great education on this when I was on a show with him. And he said, the drone technology, let's use an example. The drone technology is here. The battery technology is here. In other words, okay, the lithium ion battery technology, it's not up to drone technology yet. Okay. For them to be able to get 2 more minutes is incredible. All right. In the same size, or maybe even a little bit of a bigger battery, to be able to get that is incredible, because, how it produces electricity, and I'll try to keep this real simple, is, it's a chemical reaction between the metal and the plates, and there's chemicals inside there, and they get charged up, and that's what produces the electricity. But there's only so much that you can do inside a given space right now with that. And, in order to do that, either, you have to expand the battery, which means you have to expand the drone. And that's where things are at. And I think a lot of people get real frustrated because, they want to see, we want to see a 30-minute flight time with something. Well, you know what? If you want a 30-minute flight time, Phantom 4 Pro is your gig. Okay. It just can't happen. And again, that's because of the physical size of the battery. It's just, people need to realize that, and that's one of the things I get on almost a daily basis, is people asking me about that. Well, the other thing is, this week, last Saturday after the show, Valerie and I took my DJI Osmo Action, and we vlogged our trip to Sam's Club and out grocery shopping last week. And it really ended up, it ended up being great. And I got a video coming out on it this weekend. I really liked it. And one of the big things is, one of the couple things I really wanted to test here was the rock steady feature. And let me tell you, I was incredibly impressed with the rock steady feature, the image stabilization on it. The other thing I was impressed, out of the box, there's no microphone adapter yet. There's no options for that yet. But yet I was in Sam's Club. And if any of you know about going to a warehouse store like Sam's Club on a Saturday, okay, it is probably one of the noisiest environments next to going to your local airport. All right. It's just crazy loud inside there. All right. Well, I'm walking through the store and I'm talking, and then I go back and I look at the footage later. You could hear me crystal clear. There was absolutely no problem with that. So the person that has the actual Osmo Action in front of them, you can hear them without any question. Now, however, Valerie, who was just standing, just a couple of feet away from me, you could barely hear her. So, but what I'm saying is, a lot of people are complaining about already, and I've heard, the sound from it. And I'm like, guys, you need to remember something, okay? This was designed for the person that's using it, not, picking up the sound around you. That's, you're going to get what I call ancillary sounds and background sounds. But, to hear me crystal clear when I'm walking through Sam's Club, I think that's an incredible accomplishment. I think DJI did very good with that.
Yeah.
And the transitions from dark to light and from light to dark, for example, it was 95 and it's like summer is in full bloom here in Florida right now. We're going from sunlight into a different environment and then back out again. Those transitions were fantastic. The camera, I didn't touch a thing, and it transitioned perfectly. There wasn't any issue with that at all. That's another thing that I was really impressed with. And the colors right out of the box. I don't do a lot of post-processing when I put my videos out there on YouTube, because, I want people to see, whether it's from my Phantom 4 Pro, whether it's from my Mavic 2 Pro, or now whether it's from, my Osmo Action, I want them to see colors the way they are. I want them to see just as it appears. absolutely, the colors on there were just stellar. I could not have been more impressed with that. You know, my only thing right now, the only I hate to call it a negative, but the battery life is about 50 plus, about 52 minutes on it. And I think that could be a little bit better. I'm shooting at 4K 30. Now I'm not shooting at 1080. I'm shooting at 4K 30. So, and yeah, I got, you know, I did get a full 50, 51, 52 minutes out of it, you know, and you have to charge it. Now, batteries are going to be inexpensive, but they're not available yet. New batteries are $19 a piece, which, you know, I think that's relatively good. However, you know, DJI shows their site still shows those options aren't available yet. So, you know, I don't know. I'm hoping that we get to see those options soon. You know, and what I'm also hoping too is, usually when DJI holds an event, they will send out emails to persons that they're going to invite. Probably it's usually at least 4 weeks ahead of the event. So I would say if this event's being held in July, which Drone DJ said it was going to be, that DJI is going to have a release, that these invitations will probably be coming out sometime this week, because, you know, that's a worst kept secret. You know, that's one of those things. You know, they obviously, you know, the one thing is when I get it, the only thing I can tell you is that there's an event. I can't tell you the physical location of the event. That's one of the things they want you to keep under wraps, because they don't want getting mobbed there, and having people come there and show up that shouldn't be there. But you know, those invitations will probably be, email invitations will probably be going out this week. So that's my conjecture on that.
So just a quick question. Can I ask something, Bill?
No.
The workaround for the action cam then would be to carry a power bank with you?
Yes.
Would
Yes,
that be about the workaround you're gonna have to use for a while?
That's a great point, Val. Rick Smith actually did that on one of his latest videos. He said, you know, if you're out shooting for the day, and what he recommended, and he had a great setup, on his tripod, he had put Velcro on there, and on the back of his portable battery bank that he had Velcro on it, and he just snapped it on there, and it was great. I mean, you could run infinitely long as long as you have enough power. You could keep shooting, and why not? The other thing with the Osmo Action that I noticed is when it runs a long time, it does get kind of warm. Now, you know, I don't know, you know, a lot of it could be due to being down here in Florida, but wow, that thing was like super hot, like, you know, like you don't want to touch it kind of hot. I mean, it was really, but you know, I was shooting, I was vlogging, you know, I didn't stop. I just kept going with it. And what DJI does on the actual cameras itself, on the actual footage itself on the SD card, they put them into 5-minute chunks. I mean, it continuously records, but it's put into 5-minute segments out on the SD card when you go to download it onto your PC.
I'll be back. I got the mail guys here and a customer pulled up. I'm gonna jump out of the stream, but I'll stay in the
Okay.
chat. Okay.
Okay.
And hi, Golden Retro. Yep.
That is Tony
Tony. I'll be back.
Silverado, I think it was.
Well, yeah. And as far as, you know, as far as the Osmo Action, you know, a lot of people have been coming out with a lot of reviews and a lot of things are being said about it. But, you know, even at the price of $349 here in the US, which it, you know, really should have been $299, it's a steal compared to the GoPro Hero 7. For everything that you get with it, for that rock steady image stabilization, for, you know, the different modes that you can get, for the front viewfinder that you can get on it. You know, I think it's out of the box. It's probably one of the best action cameras that's available today. I mean, it really is. You know, a lot of people, you know, and see, I come from the standpoint, I never owned a GoPro Hero 7. So, you know, I can't compare the two. I don't, you know, and a lot of people said, you know, like Ron Brown and Mark Crawford told me, you know, compare, you know, you're in a great position, Bill, because, you know, you you don't have it, you don't own it, so you're looking at it with a fresh set of eyes, and I think it's great, and I think that's a good way to look at it, and it's going to be something that when I do my drone reviews, when I go out, I'm going to be using that a lot because I think it's a great camera. I've already did some slow motion with it with the I was recording the Phantom 4 taking off and landing, and the Mavic 2 taking off and landing in slow motion, and then running the drones back and forth in slow motion. Slow motion is fantastic on it too. I mean, I've tried almost all the modes on it. They work. They're flawless. It's easy, very easy to access the menus on there. So it's for me for $340, even for $349, I still think it's a great value. I think it's a great somebody, if somebody's looking for an action camera, that would be the one that I would recommend.
So Bill, so your suggestion is if you're gonna use it for like blogging or whatever, is you should probably invest in one of those handles to put it on so you don't have this hot brick in your hand, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I know Rick Smith that's one of the things Rick Smith suggested right away was to get a selfie handle kind of a thing. Yeah,
I love Paul's description.
That was great.
He used hot brick,
Hey,
hot potato.
Bill, I'm going to post a link in here. It's for the Canadian laws here. I know it's different from your laws in the States, but just bookmark it and check it out later. See what you think about it.
For flying.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that. Thank you, Roger. And that's one of the other things I kind of wanted to talk about. There's been a lot going on lately here in the States regarding these new rules regarding, like, it's actually officially called Section 349, and it's aimed at recreational pilots. And I had a guy from he supposedly he has a drone flight school somewhere in the States, and he mocked my title because I said, every drone pilot should watch this. And, whether you're recreational Part 107, you should be aware of everything, okay? A good pilot, whether you're recreational or Part 107, knows the rules backwards and forwards. Know what applies to them and know what doesn't apply to them. And with, and with this, we're kind of in an in-between stage here in the United States, because they're installing the LAANC, that low altitude notification system, in all the airports, with that ADS-B that is going to be on, DJI is going to have on all future aircraft that they make, so we can know where all traffic is, all airplane traffic is, which I think is great. And so the tower can know where you are, and that's going to be great. But until that's in place, you can't even, if you want to fly, if you live within 5 miles of an airport right now here in the United States, the way the rule reads, you have to get a waiver to fly within that airspace, or you have to contact the, I forget the name of it. They're the RC organization.
Starts with an L. Starts with an L.
They're begins with an A, I think.
American.
Oh.
It's that it's a radio control
amateur radio control club, and it's called AMA, I think, or something.
Yes, Paul, that's correct. Yeah, you can actually FAA wants you to use their fields if you're within a 5 mile radius of the airport to fly in there. So but that's until the system gets in place, and then once the LAANC system gets in place, it's going to be as simple as opening up AirMap and requesting authorization to fly in the airspace, and you'll be done. So I think that's going to be good. Now, they're also saying too with this, and this is real interesting because I know Roger talked about it when he was on Bill's show with us, about having to take a basic knowledge test and take it from your personal computer to be able to fly. Well, they're going to be doing the same thing here in the States. There's been talk about this, and people are just like, up in arms and stuff. And I'm like, folks, if you can't pass these like 10 questions, okay, you shouldn't be behind the sticks of a drum. Seriously, okay. it's one of the and it's just basic simple things, and it's going to be based on now. DJI had a good set of questions on their on their screen. I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but they were it was just basic things that you should know, and I think questions are going to be like that. So, and if you can't pass that, again, you shouldn't have a controller in your hands. I mean, really is what that comes down to. For me.
Yeah, thanks, Val, for that. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Our basic test was really they wanted to know if you knew how to fly a helicopter. Yeah, this, this is the kind of questions they had in there. The only thing they didn't ask you for is how many gallons of gas it takes in a helicopter, or fuel. That's the only things they didn't ask. I'm telling you, it's mainly about flying planes and helicopters and reading maps.
Wow.
Yeah, Roger told me some of the questions, and one of them was, I don't know if you understand helicopters. I think you do. Is like, what is the cyclic used, which is the stick which controls the speed of the rotor, top rotor, and everything else on the right hand side of the seat, and what position is best for putting your feet on the floor pedals? Like what?
Yeah.
Well, if I was flying a helicopter, I'd be laying across those pedals with my hands over my head, like, what the hell? How did I get here?
Yeah, those are the kind of questions they got on that test for the basic test here in Canada.
Well, that's about as ridiculous as the questions they have on the Part 107 here in the States, because they'll be asking you questions, and I've had many private pilots email me, and they said, Bill, you know what this is? This is a watered down version of the private pilot's test, is what it is. He said, exactly. I mean, well, they did get rid of some things about weather and about knowing what a METAR is, and having to read that, and once you know what the code is, it's not that hard. It's not that hard to decipher. But I mean, some of these things that are on this test now, especially with sectional charts, and they're really big for some reason. They're real sticklers here in the States with the Part 107 for knowing sectional charts and knowing where you're at, knowing the class of the airspace that you're in, which, to a degree that's understandable, but also to another degree, it's like, it's so ridiculous because they're talking about different classes of airspace where you're not even going to be close to being in. Okay. Yeah. It's just so far outlandish. And, here again, some of these private pilots even told me, they said, Bill, it's like, all right, they're asking questions that belong on a private pilot's exam, not on a UAS exam. Okay.
Yeah, I just got done taking my retest, Bill, and they wanted to know what was the maximum ceiling for a Class C airspace, and it's like, what? I'm only concerned with 400 feet AGL or around buildings or whatever, not Class C airspace as far as thousands of feet. Yeah.
And it just really, that is such a good example, Paul. And it begs the question, every time you hear reports of, for instance, there was that Aero Mexico plane that showed the damage up front to it. And it's like, here we go again. And they said it was something on the plane itself. It wasn't a drone. It's like this, it's like the sky is falling kind of stuff. And guys, I say this, with all due respect to pilots and whatnot. Okay, at 3,000 or 4,000 feet, if a drone is up there, all right, chances are real good they're not going to have any control or having any idea of where they're at. Okay, if they happen to be up there, because I know you guys have seen that one guy. It's an overseas video. It's probably got about 10 million hits right now. It was a DJI hexcopter. He had it up to, I don't know how many, 60,000 feet or something like that. It was just absolutely insane. And then it ended up, when it came back, it crashed. But when you're that far up, you have no control over it. You don't know where it is. I mean, your signal strength is gone. It's just ludicrous to think that people would be able to have control of their aircraft at that kind of an altitude. And then the other thing is, a lot of people want to know, when you look through the specs of a DJI drone, for example, when you look through the specs of a Mavic 2 Pro, it will say that the ceiling on that is about 16,000 feet. Now, what that means is if you get past 16,000 feet, there's not enough air for that drone to operate. Okay. You can't, as far as, and what I mean by air is, understanding the physics of a drone and how it takes off, you're pushing up against the atmosphere, and that's the drone will rise. But you get to a certain point that oxygen in the atmosphere has changed so much for that drone. It can't go up anymore. It just physically, it just can't. It reaches a limit, with the propellers and the revolutions and everything. So that's what it means by a ceiling on that. I just wish that, and people will probably blast me for this, especially those on the, we want to no limits on the drone community. I'm like, you know what? I think it should be installed in every drone, regardless, of geofencing or not, that you cannot fly above 400 feet. That it just absolutely, that's it. It maxes out, and that it's not hackable, because when you get up above 400 feet, and Paul can probably testify to this as well. Your view as a photographer, your best shots are taken from 100 to 150 feet up. I mean, all the time.
Right.
Paul doesn't go up, 400 feet to take his shots when he's going around the ships. I mean, come on, people. Why do you need to go up that high? I mean,
Well, the only reason that I can see it for kind of the height thing is if you're doing an inspection on a tower, because then it's the 400 foot around the tower, and you can go 400 feet above the tower. So if it's a 1,200 foot tower, so you could go to 1,600 feet above the tower and shoot inspection. You're not shooting things on the ground. Or if you're doing a building inspection, and let's say the building's 10 stories, 20 stories, whatever, you've got 400 feet around that. You can go up to 400 feet over it, but it's just for inspection purposes.
Exactly.
So really quickly, Nacho Rolling said, lift from the props, ? When you were talking about how it goes up.
Yeah, well, props lift. I mean, they're like a spinning wing. In other words, they depend on putting enough air below it to lift the copter up by spinning.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
I didn't know exactly what it meant, but I decided to ask you.
Well, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I had there's been a drone that's been making the rounds, and it was my turn to receive it. And it was, I did a mystery unboxing the other night, and it's the golden egg. Let me go ahead and get it. So
It's okay.
I saw that. That's hilarious.
It's officially called the JJRC. There it is. It's officially called the JJRC GG. That's the actual name for it. And I had it out flying. Now it has a battery life of 5 minutes. No joke. And it has a wand controller. Now, if you're familiar with these wand controllers, all right, it's where, if you go this way, it goes that way. If you pull it back, pull it back. And I got it, but I had it outside, and it had a mind of its. It had a mind like my Valerie, a mind of her own. Okay, this had a mind of its own. It was going everywhere I didn't want it to go. It was heading over towards my neighbor. It was heading out to the street. It was going up when I pointed down. I mean, it was just, I was having so much, I was kind of laughing the whole time with it, because I mean, it's like, it's what, a $20 drone, but it was a lot of fun. I mean, I had some fun out there. No, it doesn't have a camera on it at all. Not even a 720p camera on it. So it's just to get it up there and to fly kind of a thing. And, what is it? It's a fun drone. That's all I can really kind of say with something like this, because
I thought it was cool, Bill, and I was going to ask you is if it responded better when you talked to it in Chinese.
Probably. Well, I got the blinking lights on here now, and it's just like it's very interesting. That's all I have to say as far as
it's a takeoff of the big egg, the egg one they have, the drone.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. But I mean, it was something different. And what we're doing is we're mailing it to other drone reviewers for them to go ahead and to do an unboxing and to fly it as well. So it's just absolutely hilarious. I mean, and it's a good thing. It started with Brian Singleton, who does his True Drone Reviews over in Pittsburgh, and then he mailed it to Ron Braun, and then Ron mailed it to Marcus Crawford, Idaho Quadcopters, and then Marcus just mailed it to me. So it's and I'm going to pass the baton. I'm going to be mailing it to somebody else. So
just keep it rolling.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's just like one of those things. Valerie was outside and she says, I said, well, this is called headless mode. And then the drone kept coming towards me and she says, why? Does it chop off your head or what? It was a riot the other night. We just had an absolute riot. We're just laughing so hard on that. So
Bill from Kim is asking, will it connect to another controller? Will it link up to another controller? You think?
This? I don't think so. It's well, it was funny because Ron Brown asked me. He says you're going to try to pair that with a DJI Smart controller.
Well, the thing of it is if you were set up to understand what signals that it used for the controller, you might be able to play around with it, but you'd have to have some serious equipment, wouldn't you, Bill?
Yeah, you would. You'd have to know, the big thing is you'd have to know the frequency that it was operating on. If you knew the frequency it was operating on, you could probably do some things with it. But you have to remember that, that the aerodynamics of this thing, I mean, it does take off and it does fly, okay? And I think a lot of it is because of the weight. And, if they added a camera on it, I think it would probably weigh too much. I mean, the battery is up in the top of this thing, okay? It's just, because there's just not a lot, a lot to this. And it's, these legs are very fragile that are down on the bottom here. So
hey, you couldn't get the one leg to come down when you got it, could you?
No, I didn't. But now, it's like, and right now, it takes a couple of minutes for that one to come down, but it does come down. So, Valerie's like I kept telling her, I said, the golden egg is coming. And she said, what do you mean the golden egg is coming? And I opened it up and I told her, I said, well, if you're nice, maybe I can make you some egg drop soup from this.
Okay. Well, the other thing that would be fun to do if we were rich people would be the next person you pass it on to is you put it in some kind of an ornate box and you have a Brinks truck bring it to them.
Yeah.
For the golden egg.
It's like
Bill, the True Drone Review says he already tried to link it up to another controller. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Brian did. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there's your answer. It's like that. Those wand controllers are very interesting because you're supposed to hold it level and steady when you start out. And it's supposed to, and you can calibrate it. And I did calibrate it and I had it working. And then I asked Valerie, I said, why don't you go ahead and shoot me? And I used the Osmo Action to record me outside. I said, why don't you go ahead and film this? And she's like, okay. And then it's funny. And then on one of the passes, it starts coming to her. And then Valerie goes, oh crap. But she didn't say crap. It was headed right towards her. And I'm like, I got to cut that out. You know that, don't you? It's just an absolute blast. Well, we have officially today they're having a shower for my daughter up in Ohio, and her due date is 4 weeks from today.
Cool.
June 29th.
Nice.
So we're kind of on pins and needles, and they've already have a name for now. It's a girl. We do know that, but they already have a name, but they haven't. They are sworn to secrecy. They are not telling a living soul other than themselves what the name of the baby is.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you. And what we're going to do is probably in very early July, we're going to give them about a week or so. And I think it would be good for them to get used to things. We're not going to descend upon them. We had thought about staying with them, but we're going to get a hotel nearby and we're going to stay for a few days up there to enjoy this. We want to soak that in. And it's perfect because Valerie's birthday is July 8th. Mine is July 16th. So it's like I said, you guys are giving us the best birthday presents ever. I mean, how could you even begin to give a better birthday present than this.
That's it. That's it.
We're looking forward to it.
First
Well,
drive, Bill.
the other thing you could do, Bill, would be to rent a motorhome and see America and take your drones as you go up there and visit and come back again.
Well, that's very interesting that you bring that up, Paul, because I'm going to be able to retire in about 5 years and 8 months. I only have the date circled on my calendar. And what we're going to do is I'm going to buy probably buy like a Toyota Tundra. I have a Toyota Tacoma right now. But I'm going to buy a Toyota Tundra, and then we're also going to buy like one of those tiny homes.
Oh, okay.
Right. And we're going to tow it up there because the property that my son-in-law lives on, it's his dad's property. He owns about almost 750 acres up there, 500 acres. And there's like 4 or 5 homes that his dad owns a lumber business, but he gets most of his income from these rentals from these homes. And, there'd be a place up there, we pay for like a concrete pad and for hookups. And we have that, we're going to stay up there several months out of the year, especially when it's so stinking hot down here in Florida like it is right now. It's like you can't go outside after 10 o'clock in the morning right now. You can't go outside. It's just too stinking hot. It's like night. When I got to my truck yesterday after work, it was 108 degrees inside the truck.
Oh,
yeah, Fahrenheit. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Well, guys, I got my honey-do list. I want to turn it into a honey-done list here. Well, I'm gonna get done.
Thank you very much for coming in, Bill.
oh thank you, Bill.
And Val, I wanted to say I really liked you. Those videos you did on your YouTube, the suggestions. I really like those. Those are fantastic. I'm definitely going to be talking about them.
Thank you, Bill. I appreciate that. It's something that Paul and I had been talking about for a little bit of time.
Yep.
Well, you guys did 2 thumbs way up on that, guys.
Thank you. Thank
All right,
you,
guys.
Bill.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everybody.
Take care, Bill. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Well, that was nice of him to say.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
Well,
Bill, the
I hope
drone
he did.
reviewer.
I hope he didn't watch the end power portion.
The funky chicken. No, I'm sure he didn't get to that part. Because then he'd be saying, Paul.
No.
You
That
can
was
always tell in the comments.
that was bad, Paul.
That was bad, Paul. But in the comments, you can tell if they. Well, the last one we did, there was no funky chicken, but in the one before, you can tell if they watched the whole thing. If they watch the whole thing, they're like, "Oh my God, what the hell was that?" And if they didn't watch the whole thing, they're like, "Oh, that's very good information."
Okay, Nanya, you take care.
You little funky chicken.
Hey.
So I was going to say that there is a design flaw in this Osmo Pocket. I've been using it a lot. And I'm going to just say this is the best thing I think I've ever had. But the design flaw is that most of the pieces that go on it cover one of the microphones. Yep. So what I've noticed is if you were Paul with your big paw hands, you would cover pretty much both mics on
everything. Yeah, everything.
Right?
Yep.
So the voice is going to sound
tinny. You have to almost hold it like this, Val.
Right, and then it's not safe. So for me, I hold it like this because I don't want to cover these little things that I have to hit. So when I was walking along, the sound was really, really, really good. And then one day I put the different pieces on it, and the sound didn't sound as well. And then I think somebody on one of the views said, "Hey, the mics are here, the mics are here." And I thought, oh, so I went back to not covering it. Oh, I'll be on Sunday. Be sure to check it out. Okay, Bill.
Okay, Bill.
Don't watch the funky chicken.
No. Erase that from your memory because it'll scar you.
It will scar you. So yeah, so that's just what I wanted to say. I think they would have been better off putting the mic if they could have putting it up where people don't have things covering.
Well, the question I have, Val, and I never checked it out was, the little piece that isn't the charger portion, but it sets it in, and it has where you can put a screw it on to either a selfie stick or whatever.
Right.
When it's in that, because that's a pretty nice tight fit, does it cover up the the
Yeah.
bottom?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. So that's the thing. So when you're putting it in that to give it Wi-Fi connectability,
Yeah.
I think it must use the phone for the recording, because it's recording, I think, directly onto the phone too. It's the
Right.
only thing I can think, because once you cover that, the sound is not going to be really what you want. So the only thing I could say to do with something like this, of course, it's just my opinion, is to put something on it where you can connect like a lavalier or something else.
Or,
so that the
or
sound
like
is.
say, you know, that other one that goes around it, where it clips around it. Maybe you could take and then put a selfie stick kind of thing on the side to hold it. You know.
Right, and you can do that, because I was doing that with some of the stuff, because you sent me every kind of attachment there was. But
Yeah.
if you do that, I've been watching the reviews of this in the Osmo Action. I prefer this as far as the colors and all the other stuff. This to me seems better, but I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm glad you like it, Val.
I love it. It is my friend. I call it Herman. Hi, Herman.
It's Herman, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I call it Herman. Because that way I can tell, because if I say, hey, grab the Osmo Pocket, let's go for a walk, Kevin's like, what's that? What's that? If I say, grab Herman, then he knows what to grab.
I thought you called it Lucy or something.
Huh?
I would have called it Lucy or something.
Yeah.
No, because you're a guy. So you're going to call it a girl name, but this is a guy, because look at its wobble head. Look at that. That's a guy.
I think she
Okay,
just,
that did not sound the way I meant it.
she just dissed us, Roger.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, hey guys, I'm gonna go down and catch a ship real quick. You're getting off here pretty soon, aren't you, Roger?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got lots of things to do this afternoon here.
Take care.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Paul,
Bye bye. Yeah.
Miss Ride or Die said you scarred her for life.
Just ride or die. That's only because Val directed me to do that.
Yeah, that's it.
Chicken is a good choice.
He didn't stick
I
around
did
too long
not.
to hear the rest, right?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Where are you?
I always like it when Bill comes on.
Yeah, you got Mary's today?
Yeah, I'm working, but she's still sleeping. I had to come at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So she sleeps till 9:30, 10. So I'm just usually, not always, yesterday, that was not the case.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to hear that beep, 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 which is what sounds up when she gets up, because I got her breakfast ready, everything ready to go.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't be on earlier, because I have to get everything ready for her.
Yeah.
Hey, Furball.
Check out everybody's channels. Make sure you got them supported. YouTube's been unsupporting people now, so check out everybody's channel. Make sure you still got them.
Yeah, and guys, that golden guy in here is really Tony Silverado.
Yeah.
He is starting a new channel again, so make sure if you check out that channel. He doesn't have anything up yet, but he's not a troll channel, okay?
Yeah.
So that you know he's actually a supporter channel.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Miss Ryder Die. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to do that. Hold on.
Yes, everybody, please hit that like button. Thank you so much.
I hit it now, Roger. Thank you, Miss Ryder Die.
I will
so
be
sweet.
going at noon today, guys, because I got lots of things to do today. My son's
Like what?
Got to take my carport apart and everything.
Oh, that's right. You're not allowed to have it up.
Yeah.
What if you want to keep your truck out of the sun?
I don't care if it's in the sun. It's for the winter time, though. That carport, just keep the snow off it.
Because it is hot when you get in a car without having something
Well, I
over
open
it.
up my doors before and I let it air out for about 5 minutes and I get in it. So there's no problem there.
Except for the mice.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have any more mice in my truck. Got that situated.
Oh my God, Roger, I would have driven off the road if there was a mouse in my car. I'd just be right off the side of the road. Get up there, squeak, squeak, squeak. Ah!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Paul's going to go grab another ship. He's been putting up a lot of content
Oh,
lately,
yeah.
guys. Make sure you check out those ships. I need to make sure it's in a playlist because when I'm doing stuff at my house, it's so peaceful. Those ship videos,
Yeah.
I can just let them run on my TV. It's just
Yeah.
okay. So guys, I had that little silly dog that I want to attach to a drone and send him somewhere. Lillard. Okay, sorry, it wasn't Little Nard. I don't know where I got that name from. But it's Lillard. And he was up almost all night. So finally, I threw him out to my roommate, closed my bedroom door, and went back to sleep. I went to bed around midnight, and I got up, and Kevin was up going, "What the hell is up with this dog?" Oh, are you leaving? Hey, Tony, you have a really great day. And guys, don't forget, pick up Golden Retro and Movies.
Well, I'm gonna let you take up the chat a little bit. I'm gonna go have another coffee. Be right back.
Okay, go take coffee. Because what we need is a shaky Roger. Because that's fun. Hey, Furball, are you flying today? I see the sun's out. At least it's blaring in the window there. Hot. Okay, that golden egg was crazy. That was fun. Let's see. I'm not sure of how. Well, is the sun out? You can put your Phantom 3 up in the air and just set it there and then fly your FPV. Can you do both at the same time? I feel like crashing something. But don't crash. Did you guys check out Hadley last night? He did a great sunset. He was talking to everyone. He did Too Boring, and yes, I can. Okay, the Phantom 3 might be boring for you, but I always enjoy the footage on that. Yeah, Hadley did a wonderful sunset where he just had the sunset and then he was talking to everyone. Very nice, very pretty last night. But guys, by the time I got home, I was with that little Tasmanian devil dog. I love him. His little face is so cute, but he's such a little devil. He actually, definitely my roommate, but he had chicken on his plate to eat, and that dog jumped up and grabbed a piece of his chicken. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody run towards a dog as fast as what Kevin did. And we're on a really high table, so it was, yeah, the other dog just backed away and looked at him because you never mess with Kevin's food. My roommate's very touchy about his food. Oh my God, little devil dog. But he had a nice chicken wing, or chicken drumstick. I had to get it out of his mouth. Phantom is too easy to fly. But you know what? For some people, Kim, that is the perfect drone. Something that's easy to fly, that doesn't take a lot of skill. Well, it takes some skill, I'm sorry. Because people have crashed their Phantoms before. They've had to dodge hawks, so that takes some skill, but that'd be like perfect. I think those kind of drones for me, they're perfect. I get to get cinematic, and then you get to come back down, and you still have a drone at the end of the day. And that's just my opinion, my humble opinion. Let's see. Whoop. So, Yeah, I've been. I'm going to be working so long. Oh, so I think what's happened is Roger is drinking his coffee in the kitchen. It isn't there anymore, but that's me. I know, Kim. I know it isn't there anymore. Hey, Roger, I gotta go. I gotta head back for Mary. But
Okay.
thank you for having me in.
Okay.
It was fun.
Take care. Yeah.
Bye,
Okay.
bye, everyone. Bye, Miss Ryder.
Bye.
Bye for Bowl. Okay, I have to figure out how to get out.
Everybody, check out everybody's channel. I'm gonna close down. Well, guys, I think said wait until noon. I'm gonna close down their fly low and look at their shirts. What I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna close down now, I guess, and we'll see you all tomorrow. I might go on tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Everybody have a good one. Thank you very much for coming in. Y'all take care now. Bye, everybody. Have a good day. Bye for now, everybody. Well, thank you, Mr. Ryder. Everybody have a good one. Bye-bye for now. It's nice out, so I got things to do outdoors. Okay, bye.